And by the way, today is a pretty hot one, so don't expect a long video. But today we're going to be talking about something interesting that I was looking at earlier, and I got into quite a while ago. It was a basically a novelization, kind of, not really a book, uh, basically a webtoon. Basically, a webtoon of the Bat Family. If you guys never seen the DC universe, Batman apparently has a clique, basically, of individuals that join him in his crusade for justice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this novelization is just basically more extensive than you think. Because, again, it's a webtoon, and basically there's a lot of jokes, a lot of interpretations of how the progression of his life was. And it was basically centered around all the characters that Batman has ever put around his cowl. Basically, his wing, the joke. The joke is cowl, because he has a cape. Anyway, I know that joke was. Before I go any further into the conversation of that, like, subscribe, comment down below. And I appreciate the love, guys. I saw you guys checking out my last video. We were talking about, kids and making laws and everything. Well, in a way, I felt like Batman did his thing where he basically took in kids that were underappreciated, went through heaven and hell, went through hell in general, and he basically, for the most part, made them better. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I think give Batman a lot of crap for being a rich boy, but a lot of those jokes never really go into what really made him Batman, what made him go through all those kind of situations. I'm pretty sure the TV show Gotham put a little bit into it, where he was just basically a young man having to deal with everything and anything when it came to business. But on the side, he also had to learn how to, mind you, there's only 24 hours in a day, and the fact that he made more time to not only master certain types of martial arts, learn how to throw things at ninja, like he could hit a pin at 100 yards away. That kind of accuracy. Can you imagine how long it would take to have that kind of accuracy? And the fact that he is a brilliant strategist on top of a detective worthy of Sherlock Holmes. I'm just saying, guys, all those skills, it must have taken away a lot of things, including his ability to become a normal person. He had to literally sacrifice his own health more than a few times. The fact that he lived as long as, according to the series, he was at least 70-ish years old before he actually physically died. Mind you, and a lot of that had more to do with, certain techniques that he learned in his youth. It had nothing to do with the fact that he died of old age. No, he died most of the time. There's even novelizations that he didn't even die at 72. He died at like 45, 46 at minimum, because, obviously at a certain point his body gave out. Not with that name, no. I don't remember. I have no idea. But if you haven't already, do me a favor, like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel. I am not in a mental hospital, usually. I'm kidding, guys. I've never been in a mental hospital. I don't know why this person's thinking I was. I've never been to a mental fucking hospital. And if you think I have been, you're the one that's mental. Not that I'm giving crap about people that are in those hospitals. They need help, obviously. Just, I don't know if you were trying to give me shit or whatever, but nice try. Anyway, so yeah, the reason why I'm mentioning any of what I'm mentioning is I got into this novelization of the Bat Family, and the Bat Family is basically what it sounds like. It's basically, no, it is not fucking vampires, guys, good gods. It is basically Batman and his entire entourage of people that, grew up around the Batman. And mind you, I actually looked this up. There's a lot more given credit to the Batman than I thought. It was at least 4 Robins. Yeah, I'm not kidding. 4 Robins, and maybe 2 or 3 more other characters that even I didn't know about. I'm like, oh wow, that's interesting. Mind you, I would love to get into it, because if they had a series that actually personified, in each season, which Robin or which stage of life that this was in, I would have loved to watch, because honestly, Batman is one of my favorite heroes. And well, thank you for checking out my video. I sincerely do appreciate it. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. I mean, I got you were giving me crap, and honestly, sometimes I wonder about being in an insane asylum myself. So I do appreciate the jab, because honestly, I was hoping that was the jab and not just full on trolling. And if you're trolling, it's whatever, man. See, I could tell most of the time when people are giving me shit just for the shits and giggles, and other times just to have a little fun. And I saw you were more jovial than malintent, so I took it as just you having a little fun. So I'll leave it at that. But anyway, so yeah, that is just my 2 cents on that subject. I actually loved it, and mind you, I saw some of my favorite ones. There was one that was actually kind of goofy, where it was Selena Kyle and Batman. Mind you, if you don't know who Selena Kyle is, it's Catwoman. So Catwoman and Batman are having a conversation. Mind you, they're in their civvies. They're plotting an operation, guys. They're actually trying to figure out what's going on, and the entire time they're getting distracted. It's funny. The comic was just basically them getting distracted the entire time, because apparently Selena Kyle loves animals. Mind you, I get it. I prefer animals, most animals, above most people, because sometimes animals are more trustworthy, they're more honest, and honestly, I feel like I can connect with animals better than most people. Anyway, so the joke around this comic book was Selena Kyle going up to all kinds of animals. Mind you, all these animals are owned by one of the Robins, which is Damian Wayne. If you guys don't know, Damian Wayne is his actual legitimate son. His mother is Talia al Ghul. If you guys don't know the comic book reference, Talia al Ghul is basically the leader of the assassins. And yeah, but she is as deadly as beautiful as she is. Like I said, she's as beautiful as she is deadly, or is it the other way around? Point is, Talia al Ghul had Damian, and Batman never really knew about Damian the entire time. Yes, they had a little tryst, but they had kind of a falling out, because they had a difference of opinion. See, Talia and Bruce had one thing in common. They wanted justice to be done, but the problem was they had an issue about how that justice should have been administered. And mind you, it's not Talia's fault, because she was raised in the environment where ruthlessness and vengeance, the iron hand, that whole kind of thing, where Batman was raised in actual kindness. Mind you, yes, he spent his entire childhood basically training, trying to figure out how to handle, you know, the exact, rage he had for the justice that never was given to him as a child. Mind you, here's the thing. He always knew, even as a child, who did his parents in. And I'm pretty sure that was the first, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the first time Bruce went out to basically do his little thing, he went to handle the guy that killed him. And he had a like that Spider-Man moment where he thought, maybe I should kill him because that's what he did to me. He killed my parents. But the words of his butler slash father figure slash best friend basically said, you don't want to be that man. You don't want to be just the sword. You want to be the shield. And that's why they call him the Dark Knight, is because it's not just because he came out always at night, and that was a reference. The Dark Knight, basically, it's a reference to the fact that he went out to protect people, and like a knight in shining armor. And that's where the persona really came from. And that was his entire mission. He wanted to be out there protecting people. He wanted to make sure that there was actual justice for the people. It just kind of twisted to the point where he had to don a persona that made villains skittish, because a lot of times he had that mentality of, oh, villains are very superstitious, so what can I do to strike fear into their eyes? And of course, you guys know the story where he walking around his mansion trying to figure it out, and then he stumbles into the bat cave, seeing all the bats. Again, struck fear in his heart, and he thought to himself, holy shit, there we go, Batman. Like, he had that inspiration, and, well, you see where this is going. And anyway, I was talking about Damian Wayne and everything. So Damian Wayne grew up in the Assassins, obviously, and by the time he got to meet his father trained him. Mind you, it wasn't the training that he needed to do for Damian. Damian was already trained up. He knew he had to handle himself physically, but emotionally he was kind of stunted. So the entire time he had to be the father figure, if not, the mentor he needed to be. So it's not only him, but Tim and, of course, Jason and, of course, Drake, they needed to step up as well, because technically, in a lot of sense, they were basically his big brothers. And they taught him as much as they could. They taught him, hey, yeah, fighting crime is the one thing that we do, but that doesn't mean we're not here for each other. So basically, they bonded with each other. They had each other's backs whenever they needed to. Because again, it was a family, guys. And that's one thing I loved about it. Anyway, so I know I'm going far into the basically the mythos of what the family is all about, but this particular comic book was more juvenile than anything. It was more cuteness kind of factor, because it was basically going around the mansion trying to plot this op, and she's bumping into all kinds of animals, like, oh, it's like, who are these guys? Oh, that's Ace and Scamp, and like basically two dogs. They're like Rottweiler dogs. And I'm laughing my ass off going, wow, they have two bat hounds. I'm not surprised. And of course, Selena Kyle just enjoying the animals. They're having, it's like, okay, let's go out into the barn and we'll talk more about it. And he sees She sees a cow. Yes, guys. Damian Drake, Damian Wayne has a cow. He, he has a vampire goblin. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not. It's one of his pets. It's imagine the size of a gorilla times 4 and with wings and with a monkey tail. I am not bullshitting. That is literally how it was described, and there's Damien going. It was like, would you like to meet? It's like, look, we need to handle this op, and she goes, well, she can't leave without. Hey, how's it going? Thank you very much for checking out my videos, Christopher. Appreciate love. Like and subscribe. Anyway, so there's Damien going, you can't leave without meeting Goliath. And she goes, Goliath? She looks at Bruce, and Bruce goes, fine. And he whistles out of the shadows. No kidding. This is like demonic monster looking gargoyle thing. I swear, it looked like Goliath from Gargoyles. I am not bullshitting. Like, it looked like one of those versions, like a red version of it, and I'm like, oh no, she's gonna squeal. She squealed all right, but she did it in delight. She's like, ee! I'm like, okay, fair enough. She tackles this thing. Ouch. Oh no, that was good. I like that one. That was good. That's a knee slapper. That was a good one. If you guys didn't hear that one, that was a good one. I like that one. I'm gonna tell that joke to you guys. Actually, it's a good idea to tell a joke every now and again. Anyway, this guy, RoboCop 10. I'm gonna tell everybody the joke because I'm pretty sure you guys will love that joke. It says a guy went to the priest and said, "Father, I keep hearing a voice telling me what to do. Am I possessed?" Apparently, the priest says, "No, son, you're married." I'm like, damn. I heard it, and I'm laughing, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, it's almost as bad as some of the other married jokes I have in my mind. Mind you, I'm not married, but damn, that's a good one. That is definitely a knee slapper. Thank you, RoboCop. I appreciate that. If you guys want some other jokes, I'll probably see if I can write some down for you guys. That way I can keep these videos a little more juvenile, a little more fun-filled, because I feel like that is where the game is, the fun is. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and thank you for checking out my videos. Be tuned in tonight because I'm going to be doing a game video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And it's going to be a game that I've been playing a little bit. Now I want to play it for you guys and see if you guys want to think. Just so I know, it is a thriller, so it is going to be kind of a somber kind of game. But I'd recommend it if you're in the mood for something not exactly monstrous, but very entertaining. I remember Christopher, thank you, but I don't remember beyond that. And the fact that you are blue means you are on my channel a lot. Either that or you're a moderator, and I don't remember putting anybody with the name Christopher as a moderator. But I appreciate the love, guys. I sincerely do. Anyway. Oh, okay. I mean, fair enough. Well, I hope I see you more at my feeds, because you seem like a chill enough guy. I'm pretty sure I said that before. Do I remember everybody on my channels? Very rarely. It really depends on the frequency. Sometimes I even forget my own name, so don't feel bad. Because sometimes I even can't call myself Candor in real life, which, if you guys don't know, it isn't my real name, but I'd rather not use my real name, thanks. For obvious reasons. Oh, okay. Well, I'd rather not use your real name, guys, so I'm just gonna call you Chris. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next. Take care. This is your friendly neighborhood. Well, no, seriously, you could just send put things in the comments, and I'll pick it up eventually because it my app allows me to see people's reactions even off stream. So feel free to say hi anytime. And that's for anybody out there that wants to say hi and just want to comment on videos or just say hi in general. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next. This is your friendly neighborhood gamer Djinn Kendo, wishing you love, luck, happiness, and hopefully a little humor in your heart. Because believe me, this world is pity enough as it is. We need a good joke, even if it's a dirty one. Take care. This is your friendly neighborhood gamer Djinn signing off.